Hey everybody, welcome to my Shabby Craft studio, and today is Make It Monday. I'm Martha Managros, and I'm grateful and happy you are here. Today, we are going to be working on a altered file folder that is going to be stuffed. Now, I have two very different ideas of how to do this, so just bear with me. I hope you'll join in. That's what this is about. Caryl from Free Spirit Arts. Let me slow down. When I get excited, I talk too fast. And I are collaborating, and we are going to do this together, based on a video of which I will link below. And we are going to start out basically the same, which is file folder, folded in half, and connected here on these two sides. Beyond that, we're free to do whatever we want. And at the end of that, we are going to be giving these file folders away, and they are going to have some ephemera in them. So if you want to join in, we'd love to see you join us and play along. And then there will be a specific video on my channel and one on Carol's to go in for the giveaway, but this is not that video. However, you can comment all you want. We both appreciate it, and we're just going to have fun with this. So I just took a lightweight file folder and I inked around the edges. And I think I have a couple of tea stained ones in there, but tea staining these things sort of warps the paper because the fiber gets really wet and everything. And it's all going to be covered anyway, so it really doesn't matter. And what you want to do is take the file folder, and it doesn't matter where. This can be in the center, it can be on the left, it can be on the right. The ones I pulled out just all happen to be on the right. I have 3 pulled out, and I inked this one as well, and I did not ink this one. And so you can see a little bit of difference there. And like I said, I have 2 different ideas at the moment. These could become addictive, like the flippy floppy multi-window envelope thingy. So we are going to play, but we're going to play with one at a time if I can help myself. Alrighty. So the first one I wanted to do, and you'll hear some rustling over to my side because I have my supplies to the side of me. So I have a bunch of tissue paper, and I need to start using up my supplies that I currently have. So let's say that you have, a bunch of supplies that you haven't used, and you want to start using them up. Because when you use them up, then you get to go buy more, right? So I have this tissue paper. Oh, Lordy, I have no idea where I bought it. Let me see. Let me see if I have. Okay. This one I bought on Etsy. And if I can find the link, I will link it below. And I got a whole bunch of it. This tissue paper I got last year at Hobby Lobby. It's actually Christmas tissue paper. I have not looked to see if they're carrying it this year. It only has a couple of spots where it says things that are Christmassy, like a Carol of the Holly, and I think there's a place where it says December on here. You can cover that up. Meanwhile, you've got a bunch of music on this paper, so of course I fell in love with that. And here it is without the shiny on it. So it says Christmas chimes, but that, you can cover that up, right? I mean, or tear around it. Yeah, the print tissue paper, I think I got it at Hobby Lobby, actually. And let me put this on the floor. So this print one, I'm pretty sure I got that at Hobby Lobby. And I have another one. Let me see. Hold that thought. I should have been more prepared. That's what the print one looks like. And then I also have this one that I got at Hobby Lobby. And it looks like doilies or lace or whatever. So, yeah. And this is not the Paper Studio, so when their Paper Studio stuff is on sale, it doesn't do you any good. But you can use your 40% off coupon. So, we're going to play with all of those. I didn't take any of this out. I have not used this yet. That's if I can get into it. So, my husband left, came back, and just left again. He's running to the store. All right, so I'm going to use tissue paper on one, and then I am going to make the other one with this paper that I showed yesterday in the Sunday snippets, which is Antique Paperie. I do believe, though, that this is one of her retired papers, and I'm not sure that you can find it again. If I can find it, because she opened a different Etsy shop with her retired papers, but then I saw last week that she was closing that shop or something, and I think she was going to go to a new format, or she was just discontinuing them. And then this is the Moths, and I don't know if this one's still active. So if those are still active, I will link them below in the description box, so you can check that out. And okay, well, what I did was yesterday I did a little experiment. I took just a piece of cardstock, not file folder, just cardstock, and I made these 3 big tags out of one, because we're going to need tall things to place in here, because this is going to have pockets. And I did not sew around them. All I did was glue the tissue paper down. And even though this one only has one tissue paper on it, I actually did sort of a collage of tissue paper across. But this one only has the Christmas. This one only has, it has some of the music, and I think this went this way. And then this one only has the writing. That's just because I used really big sheets of it. So if I want it mixed up today, I'm going to have to tear smaller pieces or just have a big sheet. So this is going to be our front. This is going to be our back, and this is going to be closed off. Now I'm not going to glue all these sides down, I don't think, because I don't want to shrink the pocket part. But I think what I want to do is, since I don't have my small cheap sewing machine in here, I am not going to sew this, I don't think. If I can get this to stay down, and I'll show you what my plan is. If I can get this to stay down by itself, then without sewing it, then I won't sew it. So it's possible to do this without a sewing machine, I promise. It's just getting it to work with tissue paper might be tricky. So anyhow, okay. So we're going to just start out. I need a, so this tissue paper seems to be a lot less, that's crispier. This one's thinner. I'm trying to see which one seems the strongest. And there's other ways to reinforce it too. This one seems pretty strong. I'm going to go with this one first. As I said, I did not do a lot of I pre-planned in my little brain, but it was really hard not to not to take off with this yesterday. So I did the Sunday snippets video on Sunday and then posted it. And I did the, okay, so let's see. I can't think and talk at the same time, obviously. We all know that, right? Y'all know that. Okay, So I'm just going to go this way. All right. I don't want to overthink this. I want to have fun with this. I was really looking forward to doing this. So I just want to have fun. All right. I think I'm going to have to put a touch of glue in here. I don't want to make it too much in the, like, just the very edge to help hold these loose ends down. Kind of like if you have flyaway hair and you use just a touch of hairspray, which I don't do because I hate hairspray. Because it's gunky and it's stinky and it's not my thing. Never have liked it. Hairdressers sometimes seem insulted if you don't want to use products in your hair. All right, so that's there. And then this one, no, I'm going to save that for the next one. But you saw where I was going with that, right? All right, so that I don't get too much glue on here, I'm just the teensy tiniest bit on the edge just to help hold that down. But what I'm going to do is wrap the paper around. I'm not going to wrap because wrapping would be a weird thing for me to do. And I wouldn't be good at it. Okay. And then just a little tiny bit on this one as well. I know I'm doing a lot of flippy flopping. I'm trying to find the right edge to just, oops, I don't want it in that far. I just want a little bit just to help take the pressure off the tissue paper. But I want those pockets as big as possible. So basically, what we're going to do is build a lot more pockets like we did with the envelopes. Yay, more pockets. All right, so I am going to, there it is. I have to tell you, I am not awake yet. I woke up last night, well, early this morning at like which way I want it doesn't matter. I like it that way. At like 3 o'clock. And didn't get back to sleep until 5:30. So I'm a little out of it. But I'm good. So on the mother-in-law front, I want to say I really, really appreciate, oh, I should have done something else first. Oh, well, that's okay. I skipped a step I was going to do first. Oh, well. On my mother-in-law front, I really appreciate everybody's loving, good thoughts, and it made a huge difference because she is now feeling better. She's not back to normal. Not that normal was a great thing either, but she definitely was doing much better yesterday. She was getting a lot of treatment in the hospital, and she is doing much, much better. They are saying that she needs an aortic valve replacement, but supposedly they can do that via catheter. That's the word I'm looking for. And that's amazing to me. I mean, it used to be they had to crack your chest open, right? Now, to do what they want to do, they're going to do it through a catheter. Now, all this being said, I'm getting this information from my sister-in-law who doesn't always pay attention because she's sort of like her mother. Bless her. Bless them both. But they tend to only hear what they want to hear. So, because that side of the family, meaning my husband's side of the family, they will ask a question and then they expect a certain answer and they don't always hear the actual answer that's being given. Love them, but it is a fault that they have. So, yeah, there's that. There's that. Oop. Okay. And so we're we're just waiting today. My mother-in-law is she's 84. She's got a lot of health issues, as I said previously. And she was like, I'm 84. I don't know why I should even do this. And we're like, because if you don't, you're going to suffer and you're not going to like the consequences. And we really think you should do it. And she's hemming and hawing like, you guys are pushing me around. And we said, we understand that, but you know, your daughter is the one taking care of you. And if you don't get it done, you can't come home and get, you know, stay at home. You're going to have to go into a treatment facility and blah, blah, blah. So tough choices, but oopsies. It's okay. Not overthinking. That's the way it needs to go. So yeah, but anyway, better is good. Better is excellent. And it's, you know, it's okay. Everything's gonna be all right. See, now I meant to cover this before I folded it, before I connected it, and I didn't. So it's okay. I'm gonna figure it out. I'll figure it out somehow, someday. All right, I like that. And I didn't tear it here because I'm hoping to fold it under. But we'll see. So as you can see, all the inking I did probably didn't do a whole lot of good. But that's okay. And I'm not gluing the tissue paper because if you've worked with tissue paper before, you know all it does is curl up. So I just find it easier to glue, not curl, glue the space that I'm gluing the tissue paper onto. Okay. First, I think I'm going to finish gluing the front because of the wonderful things he does. So Gail was talking about, I don't know if you guys watched her video. She was putting a lady, Tim Holtz lady, onto a something that she was making. And the funny part was that I'm not happy with that piece. And the funny part was she talked about the lady being looking like the Wicked Witch. And so I had this funny story for her, and she thought it was pretty funny. And I posted it on her YouTube video. And so she asked me a question about it. So the funny story is that we lived in Kansas for about, how long did we live there? 3 years, I think it was. Yeah. Sorry, concentrating. Okay. Anybody who likes the sound of tearing paper is getting a lot of that today. All right, I'm not going to put that, am I? Yeah, I'll make it hang over a little bit, and then we'll... Okay. Thinking and talking and thinking. All right. Yeah, I'm happy with that. Okay. So we lived in Kansas for about 3 years. When we moved there, I was pregnant with my son. My husband was in the Army. And when we moved there, I was pregnant with my son, and he was born. We moved there in the fall of 77. Yes, I'm old. And I was pregnant with my son, and he was born in February of 78. And then my daughter, our daughter, was born in March of 80. So, hold that thought. Hold that thought. I'm hoping this works and I don't mess it up. Oops, I messed it up. That's okay. We'll just put you back down. Alrighty. And there are no mistakes, just design elements. Remember that. No mistakes. Just design elements. You can always fix it. So the night my daughter, the night I went into labor, The Wizard of Oz was on TV. So my daughter was born on the night that they showed The Wizard of Oz. So Gail asked me if she was like a tornado, because we lived in Kansas, and that's where both my children were born. Don't live there anymore. I live in Virginia now. If you've been watching, you know that. So yeah, it's a little fun fact. Kind of fun to share. Jeez, it's almost like, why did you bother putting that tissue paper on that side, Martha? But that's okay. It shows. And I like that there's layers. It's all right. We'll use some on the back too. So yeah, my daughter she wasn't like a tornado growing up. She became more like a tornado as she got older. She's a little, she takes after my husband's side of the family. Let's just put it that way. She's a very busy woman. And of course, now she has 2 children of her own. So she's even busier because you know how it is with kids nowadays. All right, what do I want on the back with that? So let me just go with a little more of this. So it's sort of matchy-matchy on the front. I want to tear some of this off, but I don't want to mess up and tear too much. So I'll just tear up this side here. That's a little fun fact. And the other fun fact about my kids is that they were both born on the 7th. One was born on February 7th, and one was born on March 7th. 2 years apart. 2 years and 1 month. To the day. Yep, I like it. All right. Get the center really well. Now this could also be put down with a matte medium. It could be put down with Mod Podge. I just find that those mediums are really wet. Not matte medium necessarily, but like Mod Podge or glue is a very wet medium to work with. So I'm not sure that, I don't enjoy working with tissue paper with that because it just makes it too wet. And really, it just works, for me, it works a lot better with glue stick. And I just make sure I've got my edges covered. And I may, and probably will, if this is going to have ephemera in it and it's going to someone else, I will probably put a clear gel medium over the top so that, you know, it's not falling apart. Sticky, licky, all right, I'm just gonna, I should have overlapped more of this, but we're gonna play a little bit, so we shall see what else I will put on here. Ideas, ideas, ideas. I may put a little of that. I think we'll put a little of this on there. I keep forgetting not to hold things in front of my face. I'm having problems with styes breaking out in my eyes, and it's ever so awful and annoying. And I have one right now, and I have not figured out if it's nerves, which it very well could be, or if it's it seems to happen after we've gone out. And my homemade masks, I clean them, I wash them, and I lay them flat to dry. So we use unscented soap and everything. But if I put a mask on and it hits up under my eyes when I put it on, I'm pointing to my eyes like you can see. It seems that the styes started when I started doing that. And I think I'm going to have to go to the disposable masks, which I don't like doing because, you know, they're disposable. Now I had to cover the bottom because I didn't sew it. And I had to cover the side, the unfolded side, the two loose sides, because I'm not sewing it. So in order to have all that closed up and not just with glue, I'm reinforcing it by using paper to cover the edges. So if you don't have a sewing machine, that's all you need to do is reinforce the edges by covering them. You can cover them with paper. You could put washi tape over that, which may still happen. So glue everywhere. That's the only thing about glue stick. It's not quite as exact as a glue with a point on it, or a paintbrush, if you're using matte medium. All right, I think that'll survive. Now, I think I'm going to tuck that in, which means I have to glue it, which means I have a whole pile of used paper towels because I try to recycle everything as I'm using it. All right, let's see. Let's see if we can glue these. Oops. And get them to tuck in over the edge. So some of the edge is going to show of the file folder, some of it's going to be covered. And I'm okay with that. I am certainly, so we want, oh dear. I don't think I was supposed to do that, but okay. I think this is supposed to be an extra pocket here. But there are no mistakes. There are only design elements. Okay, and this one I'm going to cut off. So I'm cutting, trying to stay on camera. Every time I set up my phone, it's in a different position. I don't like that. That's the one thing about this holder that I'm not crazy about. I really like the phone holder that I'm using, which I showed on one of my videos, but I'm sort of not. I like it because it's adjustable. But there's a part of me that doesn't like it because it's so adjustable. Let's see. I'm trying to figure out what to do with this piece. I'm going to fold it like that. And I'm going to glue it. I don't know if you can see what I'm doing, but I'm gluing that piece of paper I just cut so that I can tuck it under. But I want to tuck it under this first space there, and I don't want that space to close up with glue. Okay. And then I want to cut around. And I feel like some of my videos, the camera angle is perfect, but I couldn't tell you what position I had the camera holder in, the camera arm. And I don't use a camera, I use my cell phone, so there's that. And I did not put my cell phone on. I just made myself check to make sure I'm recording. I did not put it on airplane mode because when my husband's out, I don't like to have him not be able to contact me if he needs to, because he's going on a road where it's busy and there's a lot of traffic and a lot of trees and a wooded area, and there are deer out and all this other stuff. And getting older, I've become more of a worrywart than I used to be. So if something were to happen, God forbid, I would want to be able to be contacted. So my phone is not on. So if you're doing this, let me finish this first. If you're doing this, a piece of advice is, before you fold it up, before you fold it and glue it or sew it or whatever you're going to do, cover cover this and cover this, and cover it down far enough, not just up here at the tab, cover it down far enough so if you want to clip a thumb hole, a big thumb hole or something, you have that paper inside to be covered. So you want to cover this, and you want to cover this on the inside. So now I'm going to have to struggle to get that covered because I didn't do it ahead of time because I was busy yapping and getting started. But see, this pocket is still pretty big. I probably wouldn't have had to glue it down, but see, now it's going to be a little shy of being able to open all the way because I had to glue it down. But honestly, this paper is what's holding it in along with the glue. So I'm letting my glue dry before I punch any holes. I have a really bad history, let's just say, with punching when the glue is wet. It just does not work well. Okay, so all that being said, this is going to be our base. Okay, so I'm not done yet. However, I'm going to let that glue dry, but I got to figure out how to stuff some paper in there to cover that too. So let's pick a paper. I'm going to pick some music paper, I think. Let's see if I have. Yeah, I'll use this piece. I'm going to try and choose a piece that does not have the Christmas words on it or winter words on it, because this is not going to be Christmas themed, at least not this one. And I have some ideas for it, but it's not Christmas. Hint, hint. Tease, tease. Now, that would be just about right. And if I can stuff that down inside. Yep. Okay. So, let's see. I watched the video that I referenced yesterday in the Sunday snippets. I must have watched that video like, I don't know, maybe 4, 5, 6 times. Just so that I would understand what she did. Now, I could fold it over, but then I have to worry about cutting it out. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go against my own advice, and I am going to... Tissue paper isn't that bad. At least most of it is strong enough to take. I shouldn't have glued all the way up because I didn't need it all the way up. All right. Yeah. Okay, time to watch Martha struggle now because she was a dummy and didn't do it the right way. Design elements. No mistakes, just design elements. There are no mistakes, just design elements. Oh, man. I should have. Okay. Now, you don't have to cover it. You know, if you forgot this step, you really don't have to cover it. Oh, that's not going to be deep enough. I just remembered my own advice, too, about putting it deep enough if you want a thumb hole in this pocket. My fingers are so full of glue. So I'm going to... I know you can't see, but I have to lean it up against my belly. This is a mess. Oh, for heaven's sakes. Come on, Martha. Quit messing with it. Just stick it in there. Just go. Just be a good paper and go. Do what you're supposed to do. Not all wrinkled up. I don't want that much design element in there. Okay, remember what I said about putting it deep enough if you want a thumb hole? Yeah. All right, well, design element is, it's all wrinkly. Fact is, it's in there. That's all I care about. All right. Okay. So it's on there. It's wrinkled. I'm going to go with it. It's music. There's no Christmas words showing. So I'm happy. So we're going to cut, cut, cut. And then we're going to... So anyway, I don't know if I finished about my mother-in-law. So I just want to tell you that we do appreciate all of the good thoughts that were sent our way and her way, and that we are not taking off immediately as of today. Things could change. So, yeah, things could change. So we're just kind of prepping that we are going to go because my husband wants to see his mom, before things might go downhill in the near future. The last time he saw her was at his dad's funeral last year in New York. And so in June of last year. So he does think that he wants to go see her, and if we can safely, because of her situation, hold off until September, we may go then. That's what he would like to do. Okay, I need a drink of caffeine. Hold that thought. Thank you. Thank you for allowing that. Because, whew, that was stressful. Not supposed to be stressful. But anyway, this is my first time doing this. And I told everyone before, and not to be too repetitive, but you know, new things tend to stress me out, but it's good for me. I'm finding that I'm more excited than stressed, so that's a good thing. And Caryl is the one who came up, Caryl from Free Spirit Arts. She's the one who came up with this idea. She found the video, the original video. And so I'm excited because I was sort of in a bit of a slump about finding something to do this week. And so I was excited when she found this. So yeah, thank you, Caryl. All right. Thinking again, thinking. I think that's all I need. I think that's all I need. Okay. And hopefully I tore a part that doesn't say anything about Christmas. Yes. Oh, the things we have to worry about. Swear words in books and Christmas words when we don't want them. Oh, come on. So I don't know if I thought I was all proud of myself thinking I was going to get this done like all in one fell swoop today. Yeah, sure. All right, I'm going to go about this one a little differently, I think. Okay. That side's a little more glued than I wanted it to be. All right. Alrighty. Let's see if I can slide it in that way if I glue it. Probably not. Oh, we'll see. The edge is done. All right. Wish me luck, peeps. Wish me luck, my friends. So I've opened it up. My luck, it's probably going in upside down, but I'm not sure you can really tell with this music. And I don't care. I don't care. I think. Oh, nope. We have a curled corner. Come on, paper. Work with me. Work with me. Yeah. So, do as I say, not as I did. Definitely do this part ahead of time, because this is really wonky doodles and so frustrating. All right. So I've just overlapped this. Hello. We're gonna ink. I keep calling my glue ink. Why do I do that? I'm gonna glue around here. So see, I shouldn't even have inked all my edges. Speaking of ink. All right. Done. And that's okay. It's a mess and it's okay. I'm all right with that. Maybe the second one will go better when I do it the right way. All right, so now I have how much time do I have left? Whoa, baby, 41 minutes. Well, this is going to be several videos, so I hope you guys are ready. All right, so now I'll probably want to cover this one. I think I'm going to use something a little, not the music, something else, something else. We're going to do something else real quick here. Something else. Not that. Not that. Not wide enough. That's not wide enough. I'm looking at my bits. Because, you know, you gather bits, right? Let me put that in there. That side's torn. Let's try this side. More bits. Oh, by the way, I organized almost all of my bits. I sat in front of TV, I took my file folders, and I organized all of my bits. Almost all of them. 2 bins worth of bits. So I'll show you that on What's Up Wednesday. And one of my viewers requested that I show my stamps in the plastic zipper, pencil zipper cases. This is going to be tricky, I think, because this paper is thinner. All right, does not need to be that long because, well, this one has to be that long. Yes, it does. Yes, it does. But not that long. But I can always tear it off. Okay. I'm going to try the next technique Martha's going to try is to see if I can get glue in here. Yeah. Except I can't get to the edge, so we're going to use some of art glitter glue to get to the edge. All right, before that gets stuck together, let's stick this in. Just go in there. Well, that seems to have worked. It's in there. There's no moving room, but it's in there. Okay, and I could put. Wow. Definitely put your papers on before you fold your folder. Please save yourself a lot of grief. This is complicated. Man. All right. Well, it's my first one, and that's what usually happens. Either I have really good beginner's luck, and the rest of them look really bad after that. Does that ever happen to you? You do something the first time perfectly, like it's gorgeous, turned out perfect, then you try and do another one after that, and it stinks. Yeah, that's where I'm at. All right, so trimming up here some little wonky edges and such. Okay. Yeah, I would definitely do that ahead of time. The only advantage to doing it this way is that you're working your folder. And that's a good thing to do, is to work your folder. And if you use, say, scrapbooking paper, I would not use a heavy scrapbooking paper, like a really heavy one. I wouldn't do that because you want it to be somewhat flexible, because these are going to be pockets and you're going to be sticking things in them. And you don't want it to be too stiff, okay? So, and you want to make sure all your pockets stay open. So you have a big center pocket, you have this pocket, and you have this pocket, right? And I have a little bit there that I need to cover, so we'll just tear that off. And glue. Wow. Speaking of glue. Stick a piece there. And so it's just, you know, just simple gluing. Just glue it on. Find your happy place. Just use your glue. Now you could cover this in a lot of things. You could cover it in napkins. You can cover it in any collage paper you want. But like I said, the only thing I would advise is don't use anything too heavy, because it is really going to make it a lot stiffer. That's what I would say. But, you know, hey, you do you. Do what you want. So, all right. So Make It Monday looks like it might be a couple of videos here. Oop. I am really... I'm trying to get this piece off. It doesn't want to leave me. It doesn't want to go away. All right. I did not get to say that I hope that anybody who is in the path of these storms that are coming up the coast, or not the coast, but coming inland in Texas, Louisiana, I hope all you guys are really, really safe. I know it's a horrible, horrible situation, as are the fires out west in Colorado and California and any of the other states that they are happening in. So I'm sending all my thoughts and prayers out to everybody who's out there who's dealing with that stuff. And I hope every one of you are staying safe. And I'm going to use my oval punch here. I can find where it is, and then kind of... Now this is an old Stampin' Up! Punch, and I did find a couple on eBay. I just looked for oval. See, I went too deep. Dang it. Darn. All right, well, I'm just going to cut this up this way then. I don't like the pointy bits on it. If you go more than halfway, you're going to get like the pointy bits, and I don't like that. Let's see. Let's see if I can do better on this side. I just want a little one on that side because it's right before the file folder goes up. All right. Well, I'm going to even those up, and I will be back with part 2 of this. So I hope that you are playing along. And in part 2, I think I will do the other file folder with the other paper and show you how to do it the right way. All right, everybody. That's the first part. That's the hard way to do it, as is usual for me to show you the hard way to do things until I figure out the right way to do things. So I hope you're having a good day. I hope you're safe. Be well. Stay out of harm's way. I love you. And you guys take care. Happy crafting. And we'll see you in the next video. Take care. Bye.